Lord have mercy. What's up, everybody? I have been busy, day in, working, and going out on dates. So I've been really, really busy not to come on screen to speak to my people. And I'm like, dang, I can't miss another day on the Wiley Show. So I gotta come back. I was like, dang, okay, I gotta go out. But I said, before I go out, let me come out and do a show. And of course, we had Shaw's Creations on earlier, and we were talking about skincare. And I said, Dick, I cannot miss another day of YouTube because my phone is going off. And like, oh, I need to. When you going live? What time you going live? What time you going live? I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta give my people a show. And I'm like, gosh, okay. Really, really well. So we are back with another video and we are here. Welcome, everybody. I hope y'all are catching this live. We got a lot of subjects to really get into. We want to first give Boosie our love, our condolences. Boosie is back at home, and so we wish him well a speedy recovery. We also want to keep Sinbad in our prayers. He had a stroke, so y'all pray for Sinbad. Also, too, Jeremiah, he is out of the ICU. He's recovering from COVID, so we want to pray for him as well. And we just a lot of prayers going out to a lot of people. So I definitely want to say that. So if y'all are in the building, we want to send these prayers to these people wherever they may be, just to pray for them. Okay, so I was, watching. I was on social media, and Monique is literally on her page, and she had a lot of stuff to say about this whole thing with Will Smith and Janet Hubert. Now, mind you, Will Smith and Janet, the original Viv, they have reconciled. They are no longer beefing. They came to Jesus moment. He invited her to the 30th anniversary of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and they had a conversation. It was a beautiful conversation, I may say so myself. But Monique has something to say, and she said this: hats off to Will Smith for apologizing for what he did to Janet Hubert. Everybody's unveiled career life when he was young. Perhaps Tyler Perry, who has admitted in private that he was wrong, will follow suit and be man enough to apologize in public like he promised. We'll work on Oprah and Lionsgate a little later. P.S. Tyler, you won an E People's Choice Award for being the People's Champ for your body of work. Tell the truth about a woman named Monique who did nothing wrong, and be a champion for the individuals who supported your career for years. The black woman, please swipe to hear Tyler Perry say it with his own words. Now, Monique recorded Tyler Perry without his knowledge. Now, I want to play those recordings. Of course, Monique did it and did not tell Tyler, and she leaked this to the press years ago. And what she wants from Tyler Perry is to apologize the same way Will Smith apologized to Janet Hubert. So let's play those recordings. Okay, let's go to it right here.
It really broke my heart because number one, I feel you. I feel the sadness that's from you in all of this. And I don't want you to feel that. I mean, especially for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, I'm not anyone that wants to hurt or offend anybody, especially you. I think you are brilliantly talented. I think you should have a lot more happening since you won that award. I thought for sure that if you had campaigned and won it and played by their rules, what would have happened is in the next deal, you would have got more money, millions of dollars, and your career in the film would have been much different. I believe that much in your talent. So it's saying all of that. I just say it's just heartbreaking because I don't ever want you to think that I'm not black, trying to blackball, or say anything. That is that. David Albert, I was in LA and building, and I run into him in a minute because I just watched your podcast, and it really broke my heart because number one, I feel you. I feel the sadness that's from you in all of this. And I don't want you to feel that. I mean, especially for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, I'm not anyone that wants to hurt or offend anybody, especially you. I think you are brilliantly talented. I think you should have a lot more happening since you won that award. I thought for sure that if you had campaigned and won it and played by their rules, what would have happened is in the next deal, you would have got more money, millions of dollars, and your career in the film would have been much different. I believe that much in your talent. So it's saying all of that. I just say it's just heartbreaking because I don't ever want you to think that I'm not black, trying to blackball, or say anything. That is that. David Albert, I run into him, hadn't seen him in a while. We get out and talk, we're talking and laughing, and he was so excited about the new movie that you guys have done. I said, well, what was it like working with her? What's going on with it? What was it like working with her? And he said, no, it's been great. I said, yeah, because my experience with Precious wasn't that great. It was a difficult experience for me. And he said to me, no, she's great. Me and Sydney, we go back all the way to Morgan State, and Monique was amazing on stuff, and I still stood. And the reason why I was asking that, Monique, my hand to Jesus Christ as my witness is, I had written something, and I was thinking, should I send it to her? And then I'm thinking, no, Lionsgate's going to do the movie. They're going to have a fit. So that's where I am with it. That's where I am with it.
If Monique asked Lionsgate for a favor and they told her,
I run into him, hadn't seen him in a while.
Told her no, and she's asking for a favor that is not contractual, not something that they're contractually obligated to do, and they told her no, but then she went and told the world how difficult that they were. Do you think that would be fair or unfair?
No, that's not fair. It's not fair.
So the question, pardon me. So the question I would ask of you, good sir, because I appreciate you being honest enough to answer that with a relative quickness. I really do. So the question that I would ask you is this: if we should do unto others as told her no, and she's asking for a favor, if we should do unto others as we would have them do unto ourselves, the question I would ask is, how do you sit back, or how would you feel if someone said about you that you were difficult to work with because you didn't want to perform for them a function that you were not contractually able or obligated to do? How would you feel about that?
Well, as I said, that's not fair. If I bring a movie for Monique over there, I'm going to have to say that. I'm going to have to defend it. I'm going to have to fight them.
Well, it's easy. It's easy because all you would be doing is telling the truth. You're a 6'6" black man.
Come on. I ain't got no problem, man. I ain't got no problem. Trust me when I tell you.
We should do unto others as we would.
All right.
I ain't got no problem.
Well, that's why we saying then say it now. Say it now.
Say it now. I'm black and I'm proud.
Come on.
James Brown is counting.
I'm saying it now. I will let all this cool off when I get back out on the press tour to promote my next thing. I know it's going to come up. That is when I will talk about it. But no, it's too hot. It's too hot. Y'all needed it up.
And so that was that. And so if you give you a little backstory about this, I have been reporting the beginning of time. I have been reporting on this since like the beginning of time, Monique, Sydney, and Lionsgate. And let me be clear with this. To me, with Monique, when she leaked this phone call, every possible way of an conversation that is private, powerful person like Tyler Perry, that, let's be clear, offered Monique money. He offered her some money. Because of what Monique did, these people telling them to suck, she messed up her own image. And everybody keeps saying, you know, Sydney is the problem. Is that that is something comes to, he always in her interviews is not really focused on her, but in her opinion, she feels when it came to her give me a second. Is it buffering? Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, it's like it's freezing. They can hear me, we're just freezing. That just pretty much just messed up on the what's the name. Okay. All right. So let me see. It was working earlier. Give me a second. Okay, so y'all can still hear me. Can y'all hear me? As long as they can hear me. Give me a second. Button on. Okay. This is what I'm about to do. Lord have mercy. Oh God. Um, let's do this. And just keep acting up. 1 second. 1 second. I'm trying to do fix. Give me a second. All right, because it keep active. Give me a second. You is it acting up? Like I'm gonna move it to my mobile phone. There we go. Okay, guys. Uh, yes, yes. All right. 1 second. Okay, seeing. There we go. That. Okay, let me do. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'll be right with you. There we go. Okay, come on the show. Do it this way. Hear me right there in the comments. Okay, is that better? Is that better? Okay, let me know. Is that better? All right. Just let me know is that better or not. Okay, we are like oh dang, y'all can't see me, so I want y'all to be able to see me. Let me go up a little bit. Okay, is that better? All right. So we are back live. So what I was talking about with Monique, let me start off with my Monique spill. Monique is definitely she messed up with Tyler Perry when she leaked that phone call. And this is why I tell people when you leak a phone call and it's a private phone call, don't think that you're going to get somebody to come on the show and they're going to bring it and you're going to have this whole thing where it'll be on the episode. When you leak a phone call, I'm just want to make sure if you leak a phone call, you pretty much messed up the whole relationship. And that's what Monique did. When she leaked that phone call with Tyler Perry, it literally messed up the opportunity for her to have a relationship with Tyler Perry. What she should have did, she's supposed to wait it until Monique supposed to wait it until Tyler Perry and to Tyler Perry saying, hey, this will happen to Monique. She's not difficult. I apologize for putting that out there. She should have just waited. But when she put it out there, I don't think it will ever be an apology. I don't think he will ever come out and say, to apologize for whatever reason. Okay. That's just my personal opinion about it all. That's what I feel about the entire situation. I don't feel like Tyler Perry was gonna come out now and apologize. She didn't leak the phone call. Because now if he come out as an apology, it make him look weak. You have to understand Tyler Perry is a powerful person. And on the day that she said that, Tyler Perry Studios released a statement that they are be giving away some turkey and ham, and they're going to be giving away some dressing, Thanksgiving food, because they're the most powerful platform. And as of right now, it's making Monique come out looking bitter. The reason why the Monique situation and the Janet Hubert situation is different. Let me tell you why it's different. The Janet Hubert and Will, literally, they both was in mutually exchanging words. But because of Will Smith being the most powerful one, Janet Hubert lost opportunities. Many production companies did not want to work with Janet because even though she was talented, because if I work with you, Will feel some type of way, you pretty much blackball. And so people were telling Janet, hey, Will Smith is dragging you. Well, Will Smith pretty much got you blackballed. You're not getting an opportunity when it comes to this situation. So I think that situation is totally different than this Tyler Perry thing. Monique have to also take ownership for the stuff that she said. And there's nothing wrong with that. She has said a lot of stuff wrong in the situation. First of all, when she told Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey to suck up peen, when she said that, she lost a lot of support. So with saying that, you lose a lot of support when you're telling somebody to suck your peen. So with that entails, that to me, it messed up the entire situation. Now, what I think should happen in a positive world, but I don't think it would happen because it's a lot of egos. I think Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey should all have a conversation and sit down. It should be a show. And that should be a teachable moment where they all can sit down and have a conversation. But Monique got to be willing to say, hey, I apologize for the things that I've said as well, because in her mind, she still thinks I didn't do nothing wrong. She yet got to apologize too for the stuff that she said. But in her mind, she feels like I didn't do anything wrong, so I don't need to apologize. No, she do need to apologize because she have said some things wrong. So all of them can sit down publicly, but all of them got to be willing to have a conversation of the wrong that they have all did. Monique was wrong for the stuff that she was saying, okay, telling the suck up, whatever. Even though it was a comedy show, you shouldn't have said it because it just comes off as bitter and wrong, okay? And I also think that there's nothing wrong with Sydney being in your life, but I do think that she should come along and not with Sydney, because it's between Monique, Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, and everybody else. The rest of them, hang it up. So that's just my personal opinion about it all when it comes to this Monique and Sydney situation. And I'm just going to be crystal clear about it. Listen, I hear it. People say, oh my God, Jenny got vindicated by Will, so they should do the same thing by Monique. But they should, right? But also Monique also have to understand things in Hollywood is certain things that you have to do in Hollywood, period. If I was on a show and they said, hey, can you come and promote this movie? We already know that if I don't promote the movie, they're going to label me Marquise is difficult to work with. And that's just something in Hollywood. You got to play by their rules or don't play it at all. And that's something that Monique got to understand. If she would have just went to con and tour and did a press overseas, none of this would have happened. She would have lost no income. She would have lost no money. If she would have just got on that plane, did a tour and promoted the movie overseas, this would have not been an issue. She would have lost no money. She would have been played in so many films. Her production company pretty much right now would have been doing awesome and doing great. But do I believe that it's issues that, you know, that she was not obligated. Yeah, and she shouldn't have to do it if she wasn't obligated. I understand that. But look how much she have lost in this situation. And I can guarantee you, if she could take it all the way back and go all the way back until, you know, and she could take it all the way back and go back to the original situation, best believe this wouldn't be an issue. If she can go all the way back to that, back in 2009 when pressures were into her, guaranteed that she'd have went back and she would have got on there and would have got and promoted that movie. It was because she didn't play by their rules. Even in that conversation, Tyler Perry was saying, if you would have played by their rules, you would have got paid more money. He even said it in the conversation. He even said it. So it's just something that she failed to play by their rules, and that exactly what happened to her career. Do I feel like it's fair? No. But I feel like if she would have just done that and Sydney would have just gave it up like, mama, since they call each other daddy and mama, just go ahead and do the tour. All of this would have been avoided. She wouldn't be blackballed. She would have lost opportunities. She would have lost any of those things. She would have literally would have lost nothing. She would have had it all. But because she didn't play by their rules, she lost. Now, that's just in my humble opinion. I feel like if she would have did all that, it would have been great. Now, I'm going to get into this Tasha K spiel. Y'all forgive me. I don't know what's going on because this is on the internet. So I don't know my Wi-Fi because it's like freezing. I don't know I think it's probably my laptop. I don't know. But my apologies for the technical difficulties on the situation, but okay, all right. And Monique, if you're in the bushes, if you're in the bushes, you can hit, you can hit that link, Monique. If you're in the bushes, let me just put it on the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna put it on the. Yeah, if you're in the bushes, you can just do the. Okay, it's just my laptop, my phone is good. Okay. Now everybody's been hitting me up about Tasha K and this lawsuit. Okay, and people saying she losing. Listen, Tasha K is winning the lawsuit. I had a beautiful conversation with some legal scholars. Okay, not Ahmad Wiggin's minions. Okay, not people kissing his butt for they can potentially be his boyfriend. Okay, I have spoke to some legal scholars concerning this suit. Tasha K is in a great standing with this lawsuit. I'm hearing from many different sources that next year. The suit will be settled, that it will be up for the settlement because as of right now, Tasha K pretty much is not deleting videos. I spoke to a lot of legal scholars, and when it comes to this lawsuit, they're saying that Tasha K is pretty much winning the lawsuit. That Cardi B thought that if I stall, that she would at least drop the lawsuit, that she would even, settle, but Tasha K is not willing to do so. I've spoke to many different people that dealt with civil lawsuits. They're saying that Tasha K is very in great standing. That this is pretty much freedom of speech, freedom of press. This is the institution of just media, and that Cardi B literally did not do this with any other blog. She did it with a Black institution. And so it was a lot of racial bias that came with it. Because I kept asking these legal scholars, I'm like, why haven't Cardi sued any of these other institutions? Why is she so hard coming on this Black woman? And they were saying that Cardi B was just trying to stronghold Tasha into doing something that Tasha is not obligated to do. Tasha K, this is free speech. And Tasha K is media, and she had a story. And again, she never ever said that Cardi B had anything bumps or anything like that. That was somebody else said it, and Tasha K reported on the story. Now, many people from, my Wiggins minions, I call them, it's like 6 or 7 of them. They just sit on conference calls. They drag me. They drag Tasha. They talk about Tasha. They just think of salacious lies about Tasha K all day, every day. And I'm just listening to this, and I'm speaking to these legal scholars, and they're just saying, you see this, just like how they have freedom of speech to sit here and talk and have a conversation just like that they have freedom of speech to do all of these type of things. She had freedom of speech to talk about Cardi B. And the legal scholar, I was literally standing in his office, and he was like, you see how they're dragging Tasha K? You see how they just dragging her all through the streets? They are literally, there's freedom of speech, but they are saying, well, she losing lawsuit, but they're sitting there lying, talking about her husband. They're lying, talking about she ain't married. They're lying, talking about she's in debt. They're lying, talking about her husband is cheating. They're lying, talking about her husband like men. They say all of these things, but they're saying Tasha K is losing the lawsuit. Come on now. Make it make sense. Tasha K is actually winning. Okay? And Cardi B lawyers, they thought that they was going to outsmart Tasha and say, hey, we got this lawsuit, delete the videos, but Tasha K is a smart cookie, and she said, okay, bring the lawsuit, baby. I got good lawyers. And she has some very strong, great legal defense team that are literally are just there, and they are doing their job 100% great. Now, many people were in my DMs and as well, and I got a couple of producers in my ears, so that's why I have this earpiece in my head. They were saying, you know, Wiley, why did Tasha K delete her Instagram post? And I'm like, Tasha K is gearing up to be verified, and she's really closely to being verified on Instagram. And the reason why she did it, because her teammates came to the conclusion that it's time to refresh the Instagram page, make it more business friendly, more with the brand. Tasha K is going into another direction when it comes to her verification on IG. And she's really, really close of being verified on IG. So that is the reason why she had been deleting posts on her Instagram page. And that is why she is doing the way she's doing now on Instagram. Many people say, oh, she deleted it because of Cardi B. Let's be perfectly clear. Tasha K wasn't even hardly talking about Cardi B on her Instagram. Let's be perfectly clear on that. Let's be perfectly clear on that. Tasha K, if you read back on her Instagram, rarely have she said anything about Cardi B or about any bumps on Cardi B. She didn't say anything like that. Anything like Only thing that she been posting on her Instagram is her shows, when she going live, about wine that she have. She just interviewed Ken, the Ken, mistress, husband, so she have definitely have been doing all of that. And I know a lot of people are saying, Wiley is biased and Wiley is paid by Tasha K. Listen. Tasha K is a wonderful Black woman. And see, what I would not allow anybody come around me just to attack Tasha because you want to attack Tasha K. To me, a lot of people fail to realize they don't understand this business. We are in the business of media where we talk about people and we get paid to talk about folks. Tasha K just learned to say, hey, while y'all just wait for the news to come out, I'm going to actually interview a hot story as well as Lovely T. And I'm going to go this route, and I'm going to gain all these followers and all of this, and all these advertising dollars. And I was talking with a couple of producers, and we were looking at about, by estimate, Tasha K have garnered about $80,000 to $90,000 last month just on advertising dollars. Now, all of this is alleged, but advertising dollars. I've talked to a person that works in advertising, that works in, commercials, that works in marketing. And I said, well, give me an average of what you think that Tasha K is getting paid with her page, with her engagements. He said it's about $80,000 to $90,000. And that was a low figure of how much she making. And then, of course, it can even go up even higher than that. But we were literally looking at her advertising dollars. And so when people were coming to me and they were saying, Tasha K is losing, and I'm like, no, Tasha K is actually winning. Because the more and more Cardi B is engaged with Tasha, her engagement goes up. And in return, KB Studios can sell it. Say, look at my platform. Our engagement is high. So if you want to sponsor with us, current, If you want to sponsor with us, Pangea, if you want to sponsor with us, any of these other people, look at what we're doing and look at how much money you have to pay and look what you get in return. And even with Pangea Wash, listen, they have literally had to tell Tasha K, listen, we cannot promote Pangea Wash, you know, the spray for the yoni, because we are so out of stock because of the winos been buying up the Pangea Wash. Been buying up the Pangea Wash so much that we're going to have to go to the mouth spray instead of the yoni spray, because people have been buying up the yoni spray like hotcakes. They've been buying up the yoni spray like hotcakes, and that is why she had to literally say, you know what, we're going to have to move to the mouth spray, because that spray with the yoni, they bad it up like hotcakes. Okay. And that all comes with her audience, and they are definitely there, and they're buying it up. And I think that's amazing, and I think that's awesome, and I think that's great. And many people would say, you know, Wiley, I don't think you're telling the truth. And I always tell people, I said, stop listening to the Mod Wiggins minions. Stop listening to these people that is auditioning to be his boyfriend. Stop listening to these folks that hope his boyfriend quit him so they could be the new boyfriend. I mean, so stop listening to these people that is auditioning to be in his camp. Okay? Pay attention to the numbers. Pay attention to the engagements. And these people, they does all this stuff, and I'm like, what in the world are they doing? And I'm like, and I was talking with somebody today, and I was looking at the picture that somebody sent me of Mob Wiggins' boyfriend, and I was like, why do these people think that a Mob Wiggins about to leave his boyfriend? His boyfriend is good looking, very attractive, by the way, highly attractive. You don't stand a chance to be with this person, okay? You don't stand a chance to get with a Mob Wiggins. His boyfriend looks good. So he ain't leaving this good-looking man that works, that ain't in the spotlight, that don't have a platform, keeps quiet in the corner somewhere. He ain't leaving that. And they said, Wiley, can you release the pictures? I said, I ain't released nothing. But I said, I looked at the picture, and I said, he's a good-looking guy. He's a really good-looking guy, very attractive. Good-looking brother. Let me drink some with that. If I was into men, I ain't into men no more like that. That would be somebody on my list that I would catfish. I'm gonna be honest with that. That would be somebody that I would try to catfish in a second. I would have to come out of catfishing retirement to be with somebody like that. I would literally have to come out of catfishing retirement and to do that. I would literally have to come out of catfishing retirement. That'd be one person that I would love to catfish. Okay. But anywho, just to let y'all know, you know, about that, because I see what people is trying to do and all of that. But back to Tasha K, like I said, that's my sister, and I love her. And she has been a great supporter of the Wiley Show. Any phone calls, she has been a counselor to me, a sister, an advisor, and I cannot turn my back just because all of these Ahmad Wiggins minions want me to turn it back against, and that's just not going to happen. She's strong, and she always come on the show and give me high engagements. And many people would say, you know, Wiley, why you don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers? And I said, because I said the people is going to come. I said you can't rush it. Some people will surpass me. Everybody will surpass me. But when it's my season, it will be my season. I said, just keep working. It will happen. Right now, we're going to revamp and redo and get everything going with this show. Okay. But one person that I can tell you that said, you know, to me, and that was Tasha. And she said, Wiley, she said, you are so talented. You know, you got to work with the equipment. You know, you got to get this together and that together. But she said, other than that, you know, you got the gift. And her husband, you know, watches the show. and great guy. He watches the Wiley Show. I'm very entertaining. And when people sit here and they talk about us and they drag me and they drag, Wiley for Phil, I just sit there and I watch all of these people just literally drag me. And I could say things back to them, but I say, you know what? Let them talk because I'm growing and they see the gift, even though it don't subscribe to my numbers yet, but my talent is here. My talent is here, and that is one thing that is great. And that's one thing that I admired about Tasha K, because even though they sit here and they drag Tasha K, she still garnered thousands upon thousands of dollars, in advertising. She's able to sit here and to go out of town and to travel on the dime of just sitting at home with a wine glass and talking to millions of people. And see, I want people to understand when people say, I can't stand Tasha K, I can't stand her. And I said, if you can't stand her, why do you talk about it? Because she's good for business. She's helping smaller channels grow and garner content on a regular. When it's a slow news day, you could just say Tasha K is this and Tasha K is that. You garner attention just talking about Tasha K. And I just want to say that. So when people sit here and they say, well, Tasha K is losing and Tasha K should get off the internet. And then I said, if Tasha K get off the internet, what are you gonna do with your content if all you talk about is Tasha K? See, you got to be careful when you tell people, I don't want her off and all it is, and that's all you talk about. Because then when she's off, then who else are you able to talk about and for people to be interested into what you're saying? I want to thank you for that. And so when I was sitting here and I was bringing this up, and I said, just be careful wishing that when you talk about her and you eating off this woman, and people eat off her daily. New channels talk about her daily. They do that to impress Ahmad Wiggins, and which I think is quietly pathetic. Just have your own mind and have your own standard and stand on your own 2 feet. And that's just what I humbly want to say when it comes to that. And I want to say this, and I want to say shout out to all of the winos that have been supporting us down through the years, and you all are definitely been grateful. And I thank you all for the love that you all have given me. So I know people are not going to like me talking about Tasha K, and I get it. But most of you all watch her show and you leave there with a conclusion of what you think what she reported on. But you gotta watch her to criticize her. It's quite difficult to try to criticize something that you don't consume. So you go over there and you watch it, and then you say, well, I don't agree with what she did, but every time you go over there, you get exclusives. Every time you go over to Tasha K channel, you get some good exclusive wine. She just got to interviewing Ken Mistress' husband, breaking that story. This was another woman that broke the story about Mary Crosby, interviewed one of Mary Crosby's cousins, and broke that story. Then other bloggers tried to pick up the story and say, my mama told me to pick up. No, mama didn't tell you to pick up that story. You got that story from Tasha K. So no matter what you say about Tasha and how she operates her platform, the sister breaks stories. I'm going to be clear on that. She breaks stories, and she breaks it, and you all sit here and you digest what she broke in and say, I don't think that Tasha K is telling the truth, that I don't know because this don't sound like, and then you dissect it. But in order to get all the emotions, you must first have to watch Tasha K. And see, that's the beauty of being a boss. That's the beauty of being a talent that can sit there, drink your wine, and you bringing it all up, and then everybody else get to dissect what she's saying. But you would have never brought that up. It's some people that have garnered hundreds of thousands of views by criticizing Tasha. Without that anti-Tasha K, they would have been struggling to get to 100K. Without that anti-Tasha K, they would have known what kind of cameras to get. They knew what kind of computers and cameras because they took a screenshot of Tasha K equipment and they rushed him and his boyfriend. They went to Best Buy and purchased the items for their show. But they would have never got that if they wasn't watching Tasha K. Come on, somebody. Come on. And see, Tasha K have helped a lot of people. A lot of people out there. She have definitely helped. Now, I'm just keeping it real, people. I know y'all ain't gonna like this type of teaching. I get it. I know some of y'all ain't gonna like it, but some of y'all gonna like it. But you're watching. And she sit there and she's feeding the streets. And she's feeding the streets. And she got great insight of business and marketing. Nobody ever do it. I've seen other YouTubers. I got to be careful dragging other YouTubers because I don't want to mess up these good relationships that I have. But Tasha K get the current, advertise it first. She get the Adam and Eve advertise. Every time she get an advertisement, she take it to another level, quality-wise with the script. And the other bloggers get it. It don't come close to a Tasha K commercial. These other bloggers be getting the same commercial, but they don't have that Tasha K sprinkle on it. Because Tasha K commercials, can't nobody touch her commercial in this sector. They try to do it, but they can't. Because the talent of that man, her husband, and the gift of Tasha K, that voice mashed together, is magic. And it was something that Tasha K said, that she said her husband said to her. And she said, my husband said that I'm not going to work with you unless you're serious. Because I'm not going to waste this equipment on somebody that ain't serious. So once she showed how serious she was, you see the talent. And see, these people, they sitting here, they dragging the husband, and that's the man that got the talent. That's the man that got the equipment, that know how to edit, that know how to do a production. And even when she had the chef, and they were in the kitchen, many people were saying, is that a green? It wasn't no green screen. They were literally in the kitchen, and the camera angles, it looked like it was ready to go on the Food Network. It looked like it could have went on the Food Network. That is how skillful her husband is. But no matter how skillful he is, Tasha K, her presence, her voice, it adds, it's just more ice cream and more, icing on the cake. And that's why I love her. And I don't always agree with the things that Tasha K says on her platform. I don't always agree with what Tasha K says on her platform. I don't. But I got to say this. If it's a simple question you can ask me, you say, Brother Wiley, but is she entertaining? I would say, sister and brother, yes, she's entertaining. I can't stop listening to it. I can't. She's entertaining. She's entertaining. And if I had the income to get the equipment and stuff going and to get it, oh baby, it'll be everything. But I would tell you, Tasha K, you be encouraged. Though it may be all of these minions come after you, don't you sway that. Don't worry about that. They're beneath you. You be strong, sister. Keep on doing it. Shout out to your powerful African-American lawyers that are fighting on the front lines and beating Cardi B lawyers every step of the way. You keep on being strong, sister. Don't let nobody get under your skin to make you feel that way, because what you're doing, sister, you are doing it right. Keep on being entertaining. Keep on breaking the stories. Keep on giving us that wine. And I will keep watching, sister, because every time I turn into your show, 99% of the time, I am entertained. I'm entertained by you. And that's something why I was saying. I was not paid to say this. I was not, I'm not on nobody's payroll. If I was on somebody's payroll, don't you believe that my equipment would be working? If I was paid, if I was on somebody's payroll, don't you think that the equipment that I'm using would have been working if I was paid? Like, let's make that perfectly clear when you say you're on somebody's payroll, okay? Okay, so I'm not on her payroll, but I would love to go and have a master class with Tasha K and her husband, because I would love, for him to teach me the skill set, how to hook it up, and really be a good teacher. And I would love to go there and line up for a month, for like 30 days, just to learn and shadow him, and just to learn from that brother, because I think he's very talented, as well as his wife. Very, very talented and stuff like that. Just look at Storm Monroe for a second, and look at the skill set of Storm, and how he have been working under Tasha K, and how he have gained so much support, and how he have gained so much talent from Tasha K. Because if you learn, when he went down there, it's just a difference. He learned some of her formulas, and it working from him is working for his channel as well. So we want to say thank you to Tasha K. Also want to say thank you to none other than Storm Monroe. That's just powerful, and that's why people, they sit there and they talk about Storm 24/7. They talk about Tasha 24/7, because they are growing every single day. Okay. You just want, and what Cardi B, if she would have listened to Brother Wiley, that's one thing about me. If Cardi B would have listened to Brother Wiley, I told Cardi B, I said, do not sue Tasha K, because if you sue her, you must continue it to the end, because it's going to make Tasha K stronger. It's going to make her a stronger brand. But Cardi B didn't listen to Brother Wiley. She was listening to everybody that want to sit with her and be invited to the party. I said, do not sue Tasha. It just don't do it. Because once you do that, TMZ and all these other brands will be watching. Now she did it, and now you in it, and now what you gonna do? And this is 2 years in, and Tasha K has continued to grow. She ain't stopped. And look at you, Cardi B. You doing good. You singing about WAP. You was gonna divorce your husband, then you took your husband back, and all of this stuff going on. So, and then yet you still got these legal issues with Tasha K. Then you got the legal issues with one of the bartenders or one of the strippers that you allegedly had put your hands on. Then you got another lawsuit for talking about a woman, deceased child. That's another lawsuit. You got other lawsuits as well, and as well you got the lawsuit with Tasha K. So your legal bills are like stacking up. It's really, really, really stacking up, okay? It's really, 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 really stacking up. And there's something else I want to answer to the public, and I'm going to close. And I may drop the StreamYard link to allow somebody to come on StreamYard. If y'all want to come on StreamYard with me, you must show your face, okay? Okay? And you can come on StreamYard, because the phone lines is not working for some odd reason. Okay, all right. But I want to answer this. Some people they said, Wiley, you're trying to take Storm Monroe's spot. I'm going to pause right there. Wiley trying to take Storm Monroe's spot. I said, why is I'm trying to take somebody's spot that I'm not even auditioning for in no spot? I am literally in my own spot talking with my people. Talking with my people. Having a conversation with 300 some odd people. Though we are having technical difficulties. Though we are having problems, it still got people waiting to hear what do Wiley got to say. That is talent. But no, brothers and sisters, I'm not trying to take Storm Monroe's spot. Storm Monroe's spot is solidified. Storm Monroe's spot is there. Storm Monroe's spot is written in history of the things that he have accomplished on these YouTube streets. I'm not trying to take it. That's my brother, and I love him. And that brother been on Two Men and a Lady, and we have worked together. That brother, Aaron, always when I call, he answered. He give me advice. So you don't know. And see, that's the thing when the public, when they say these comments, I know you don't know. Because I talk with these people behind the scenes. I say, brother, how you doing? Is everything well? And he says, everything is doing good. So when people sit there and they are doing it, they always try to pin stuff, but you can't do it because I talk with these people behind the scenes. These conversations, you think I don't talk to these bloggers. I talk to them. Big and some are some up-and-coming YouTubers. There was one up-and-coming YouTuber I talked to, and I said, brother, you know, if you want to be against anti-Ahmad Wiggins, let me school you. Let me school you. Is this something that you want to do? Do you want to be anti-Ahmad Wiggins? Because if you anti-Ahmad Wiggins, this is how this gonna play out. These are the people that's gonna play out. But if you stand for something, you gotta really stand for it, okay? Because you know, I have talked to this blogger. That blogger said, you know, Wiley, it is what it is. I'm gonna stand up for my platform. I'm gonna do what I got to do. But they can say, at least Wiley called me and said, that's what you want to do? Okay. So I want to say that. So I talk to people, y'all. I have conversations with people, and we talk and we have a good time. And I will tell you this, no matter what y'all say about Brother Wiley or Storm or Tasha, you all are watching us every single day. And one person commented on this video before I was even to go live. They said, Wiley, I'm so happy you back live because I was so depressed and I was crying. To that viewer, please don't be depressed. If you need to talk, send me an email, because I remember I used to be that way. And take a deep breath and make sure you get around positive people. Whatever you're going through, writing in a journal, go to a counseling session. People, ain't nothing wrong with that. So it was a viewer that commented on there. And if you're listening, I hope you are thoroughly entertained. You're probably saying right now that I'm a flip-flopper, but they said they were depressed. And they said they're waiting on me to come on. So I thank you to that viewer that comment that, and just know, baby, it's going to get better. You just keep on getting into counseling. I'm into counseling, and I do deep breaths. I speak to my counselor. I'm in therapy. I'm on medication, and I'm living my life. And so, if you need any of those things, just get with a counselor, get with a friend. If you want to reach out to me, send me an email, and we can just connect and we can just chat, privately offline, so you don't have to be depressed and just crying. There's nothing wrong with reaching out for help, and people be an ear for the next person if they're going through and if they're struggling, because I've been there, okay? And it's getting better and better for me because I go to counseling. I'll be like, hold up, I gotta go to my counseling session tomorrow, and I go to therapy. I got my psychiatrist, and I got my and I'm on my medication. So I just thank y'all so very much that came through the chat. But for the people that's in the back, Tasha K, I want to say this again. She winning that lawsuit. I'm telling you right then and there, she's going to win it. Cardi B going to give up. Period on there. And Tasha going to win. And that's going to take that sister to even more hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Right now, she's right there. She went down a little bit in the subs. That's to be expected. When you're a growing brand, you have good months. You have not so good months when it comes to subscriptions. Then you get another high story. Then you jump up to another 100,000. Just mark my words. When it come out that Tasha K have completely won and beat Cardi B, I can just see the headlines. Cardi B lost the lawsuit to celebrity gossip blogger Unwind with Tasha K. Unwind with Tasha K came out on top. I can just see it now. she's gonna be verified, and she's gonna be awesome, and she's gonna be able to write a book to encourage bloggers. Do not let celebrities stronghold black media when you're speaking the truth, when you are reporting on them. Even though they might threaten you with a lawsuit, this is how it won. So Tasha K, you're doing great. I think you're doing awesome, and I see you right there. Next month or next year is going to be your year. You will be at 1 million. Lovely T, I want to predict to you, sister, in the next 2 months, you will be at 1 million because I see her right in and there. Lovely T will be at 1 million as well. So I'm here for my black women that are doing it, that I watched from a long time. Kudos to black women that are out here on their show doing great things. So shout out to y'all, okay? Shout out to y'all. I know I love each and every one of y'all that are literally on this show. And I know y'all going to drag me in the comments. Y'all going to say, Wiley is on Tasha K payroll. You got to prove it. Because if I was on her payroll, she must ain't been paying me much because my connection wasn't working right. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. But don't worry. We going to get this together because I'm back working. Them checks about to flow back in so I can fix up everything of me work. I work really hard. Mm-hmm. Because if I was on somebody's payroll, I wouldn't be working a 9 to 5. Come on, somebody. I won't be working a 9 to 5. So talk what you know. So if I was on Tasha K payroll and I have to go back to a regular job, I must be on minimum wage. At KB Studios. And I ain't complaining. I go to work every morning and just work. Because I know what I got to work for. I know what I got to work for. Next year, we're going to be in a different space. I want to make sure that I'm going to get the best, get the camera and hook it up with the with the laptop and blah, 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 blah. I know why I'm working, going back to work for, because I want to upgrade the equipment on the Wiley Show. We got some other announcements that we're going to be making later in the broadcast. I mean, not today, but, in the future. Now, I don't know if the phone line is working, so y'all bear with me. Somebody said they called in, so I don't know if it's working, y'all. 3376, I don't know if it's working. Hold on, let me see. Is it working? I don't think it's working. So you have to hit the StreamYard link. 3376, I don't think it's even connected. I don't even think it's working because it's gonna mess up on StreamYard. So you have to hit StreamYard. I'm sorry. So you have to hit StreamYard because it's not working. It is not working. That's right, Wiley. Part of the process of success takes time. It does take time. It really does. Okay? It does. And let me say this. It takes time. And so when they say these things about Wiley and when they say things that are certainly not true, I just let people talk because let them talk. That's their job to sit here and criticize and talk and say these different things. That's their job. So what I would do is if anybody want to come on StreamYard, I would drop the link and you can come on this way because I'm about to go. Okay, Wiley is campaigning hard for the next mentee spot so he can get the production together. We need the store package. Why do you think we Yo, it's y'all, that comment really. He said, yo, he's trying to get me so hard to get the store package. Y'all, it's crazy. Y'all is something else. Okay. But I still love each and every one of y'all. Okay. The Storm Deluxe package. That's right. Yo, I was just excited to be up on the platform. They said, so you see Wiley monthly YouTube checks until Wiley can replace Story because we will see broke. He's not going to be able to abide by that. It's all love, Wiley. You cool with me? I enjoy your show. They said Wiley the t-shirt for the school of Tasha K. Okay, they said the producers here will be buying Wiley a whole new studio LOL as long as you been a mentor. Oh, okay. Hello?
Wiley,
Hey.
stop playing.
Go ahead. What's on your mind?
You playing too much today.
Why you say that?
Tasha is not winning.
You don't think so?
No.
Why you say that? Why you say that she's not winning? Tell me why.
Tasha don't stop everything. She stopped everything. When I say everything, she stopped doing YouTubes and little Instagrams and Twitters. She's not winning.
So she is on Instagram, ma'am. That's not true. She's on Instagram and she's on YouTube.
Man, I wish Tasha wouldn't even win against Cardi B. Let that shit go. I ain't mean to curse.
Well, to me is, ma'am, she's a reporter and what she did, she just chased the story. That's what she did. Yeah.
So is the position open for Storm Row that you auditioning for?
No, it's not about the. Hold on. Do you got me playing in the house, in the background?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, turn me down so I can hear you because it's the feedback.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I just want to put my little 2 cents in.
Okay. Well, thank you. And the position, there's no such thing as is a position open. Storm is doing wonderful and Tasha K is doing wonderful.
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. She had me playing. In the back. They love the Wiley Show. They love us. They love the Wiley Show. Okay. They really, really love us. My apologies again for the equipment. Ever since I hooked up to the internet cord, I don't know if it's my laptop. I don't know. I really, really don't know. But we will get it together. At first, it was working fine, but now I really, really don't know. So I'm gonna take my laptop in to get worked on and everything. So I probably will start doing my streams directly from YouTube. So I will see. But my apologies again for the technical difficulties. But I'm so glad that we able to do it on the phone, that y'all was able to hear the show. Okay. Thank you so very much. Thank you for the donations. We are saving. So once we go and get the stuff, we get everything in one hoop. Okay. We want to thank you all so very much. It's got some good news because y'all did be very well for my birthday. Very, very well. And I thank y'all. Shout out to my radio. Now, 2 Man and the Lady is coming back. So a lot of people saying ask Millie to be on 2 Man and a Lady. Okay. They would say ask Millie. So my radio, I would love for her to be the lady on 2 Man and a Lady. But my radio is busy. But if my radio, if you're in the bushes, if you want to be on 2 Man and a Lady, hit me up. I would love for her to be on 2 Man and a Lady. She definitely will be great to be on 2 Man and a Lady. Beautiful sister. She would be awesome to be on 2 Man and a Lady. The door is open for 7 stars to come back. If 7 stars want to come back on 2 Man and a Lady, 7 stars. You know how we did every week. I would love for her to come back. So, But we're looking for we're not rushing to come back because definitely I want the equipment because my equipment not doing too good. So I definitely want the equipment to be working as well. Okay, definitely I want the equipment to be working as well. Okay. All right, y'all gonna drag Wiley up, but can't throw him no likes up. My people, they that way, baby. My audience, hold on, let me say this. If you want to sponsor Wiley, hit him up. Yes. Give me 1 second. All right. One second. All right, y'all. All right. How's everything going? Can y'all hear me out there? We about to go. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Shout out to you, Tasha K. I don't know. Was that Tasha?